Okay guys, we have shown you the inside of our home, and now we're going to walk around the outside and show you the things that we use, the things that we think are important, and we're also going to show you the van and how it operates. We tried to do that when we were boondocking in the van, but evidently technology decided to erase those clips. So, alright, so again we have a 34-foot bumper to hitch, 34-foot Four Winds travel trailer.
Okay, so up front we got two 30-pound propane tanks, and the cool thing I got out of on these is the LPG check, and it's a sensor that goes on the bottom, and what it does is it reports to a monitor that's in the camper, but also it reports to an app on my phone and tells me exactly how much is in the tank, and you can set it to give you alerts. So we had our Ram 3,500 pound jack here off of Amazon for $104, and so far it has been able to lift everything we've put on it. I mean, it'll lift the van up when it's connected too, so it's pretty stout.
When we first bought this thing, it had a hand crank jack, which is dumb because there's no room to crank it between those propane tanks.
Okay, so here we've got our two deep cycle batteries. They're 27 group batteries, and I still have to build the battery box, which I got the materials in the van to build. So we build the battery box to be in good shape. We also use an ease lift weight distribution system, and so far I don't know if I like it because it's the only one I've used. So in here we've got our basically all of our hitching and leveling stuff. We've got spare parts for the van in here. A
bowl of screws that falls all the time.
A bowl of screws that falls every time I open the door. Tire iron. My tire iron for manually leveling the camper, which I actually don't mind doing. It's our water heater. It's a 6-gallon tank. Works off electric and propane. And our furnace. But something cool is our awning. When we got to camper, the awning was trashed, as most of them are, and I was working at an RV dealership, and this one had a dent in it, and so the customer rejected it and threw it into the scrap pile. And so I went up and grabbed it, and other than the dent, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good $600 awning that we just kind of acquired. Manual awning, but it works great, and it's blue, and it's awesome. So one of the cool things we have, Shiloh actually got this, was this step. What's it called? Step saver?
Yeah.
Got it on Amazon.
For like $7.
It helps save your steps, so when you get it set just right, there's no drop at all. So when we got the camper, the floor here, including the supports that the stairs mounted to, was all rotted out, so I had to rip that up and replace it all and put reinforcements in, so that's one of the reasons we got this step down here. On our first trip down the highway, the trailer had all sorts of sway, and it determined that a lot of it was from the extra weight in the back. So the freshwater tank was actually in the back, and I moved it to the front. It was a perfect spot for the front. So we put the freshwater tank in the front, which also allowed me to tap into the water line. We could fill up the freshwater tank while we're hooked up to city water. I debated for like 6 months on what tires we should do, if we should stick with standard tires or bump up to the LT tires, and there was pros and cons. So we ultimately decided to go with the LT tires, and in order to do that we had to upgrade from the 15-inch wheels to the 16-inch wheels, which I actually got from Jags for $300, $330 for all 4 wheels, and they're steel wheels, 3,100 pound rated, which is perfect for us. Okay, back here is basically the toy chest, and then in the back we've got basically everything I need to hook up. Since we're always in the camper and we're always moving, we don't put the sewer hoses in here. We actually have a little tub that we put the sewer hoses in, and the actual, our main power cord goes inside when we travel. Everything else is in here, so all the fittings and the connectors for the sewer, and we also got an extension cord in case we need a longer plug for our 30-amp hookup. And then in there we have our awesome DeWalt 20-volt weed eater as well. It's pretty cool. We have 2 hookups for our sewer, the dump. One goes to the back goes to the black tank, and the gray tank that goes to the shower. And then the front is the gray tank for the kitchen. Kind of sucks because we have to have a Y to connect them all together, but we have 40 feet of sewer hose to make any combination work.
I also like that we have 2 large gray tanks because for boondocking, that's come in very handy.
Our water is right above the outdoor shower. Can't use an elbow, so I have to use 2 elbows to go out and then down around the shower. But other than that, our outdoor shower is here. And then this is our city water hookup. And then we also replaced our check valve, and I really like this one. It's on Amazon, link down below. So this right here used to be the storage that goes under the dinette. And then here's the vents for the old fridge that used to be here. We plugged both of them because on the other side here is the bunks for the kids and also the broom closet. And we also have this cool nifty thing. There was power to the fridge and it was like useless power. So I put this outdoor electrical outlet here so we can actually hook things up or whatever I'm doing. It's just like a house. We have plugs in our backyard.
Now it's time to meet the beast. So this is our tow vehicle. It's a 1996 Ford E350 ambulance.
It's the Wheeling coach conversion, which makes it fancy.
And it's actually registered as an RV.
Mm-hmm. Up front we have the cockpit, the captain's chair, and then all of our fancy doohickey buttons that do all sorts of cool, crazy stuff. And I promise that we never use any of those buttons unless there's an emergency. Up there is our awesome PA system. It makes all sorts of cool little sounds and we can talk to people outside.
I'm the loudspeaker.
Right, and we promise that we don't use it while driving or road rage or any of that.
I've never ever used it.
Never. So we got our jump seat in here, which is actually out of a new Chevy truck. I got it on eBay. I made an offer and won it on eBay. And
it fit perfectly.
Right, it fit perfectly and the color is almost perfect. And it came with the seat belt already incorporated in it, so we didn't have to add another seat belt like we did in the back. And it's got cool cup holders.
It's dual purpose.
A center console storage, and you can actually put things underneath it too, so it's cool.
Yep, and then when we need the seat, we just flip it up. Okay. By the way, don't mind all the dust, like, you know, it's character.
Back roads are bust.
Yeah, we do a lot of gravel, so.
This beast has a 7.3 Power Stroke in it, which is awesome, and it's basically the same thing that every F-350 has, you know, before 2002. It's best it's the best engine that's ever come out of Ford, and then they had to screw that all up with this 6.0, which we've had one of those too, and it didn't go so well. On the outside here, we have our shore power hookup, which came factory with a Wheeling coach, and so inside we actually have power electrical outlets, and they run either on shore power or on the batteries through the inverter. And down here is one of the battery boxes, and then there's 2 more inside under the hood. Another awesome thing is we added the window back here because this was all solid. This is another RV scrapyard find that I found at the dealership I used to work at. Works fine, just cut a hole and put it in. Baby tire, so we get our new one that's ordered. Should be here sometime in the next week.
And around back we have our very small sticker collection. We forgot to get several.
Yeah, we always forget, and then when we remember, they either have a really crappy one or don't have any at all. So in the back is our garage, and it has everything you would see in a garage. So the cabinets in the front, they come all the way back, and so the back half of the cabinets have all our tools in them. Everything that we had that fit went in here. So we got drills, we've even got a portable drill press, we got saws, we've got torque wrenches, everything is in there. And then up here we've got these cool rails and hooks and that we can hang things from. So we've got our stroller and our fire pit, electrical cords, bags, whatever we can hang up there. Behind the gas can we have our awesome 5500 watt continuous Husky generator, originally from Home Depot. It was about 3 years old when I bought it, but it was brand new in the packaging, and it peaks at 6,500 watts, starts right up, and so far it's been awesome.
Normally we have 2 more spare tires and some other things in here.
Right, so when we travel, all the stuff that's under the trailer packs in here as well. So that's why it looks a little empty, but when we move, it's full. Then we have the ottoman in the back that we use to extend the bed.
It looks really dirty, but we cover it with a sheet. That's what happens when something's in the garage. It gets dirty.
Right. And we got all our chairs and bows, and we also have a we have an air tank in the back that we've been dragging along with us, waiting until we get the air compressor. It actually fits perfectly under the van, so as soon as we get the right air compressor, we can get it all wired up, and then we'll have air, and I can actually use my air tools and stop paying ridiculous amount trying to air up our tires at gas stations. All
right, so here is the back of the van. It is really very cool. So this is our tow vehicle. This is our vacation home. It's a very multi-purpose vehicle. And let me tell you, when he first bought this thing however many years ago, I hated it. I was ready to kill him over this one. I guess I'm glad I didn't, because now this is one of my favorite vehicles ever. It's such an awesome beast. I mean, it'll do anything we need it to do. Okay, so whenever he got it, there was a bench down this side, and then there was another cabinet here where this bag is, and then there was a little seat situation going on here. So he ripped all of that out. We did keep all these big cabinets, and of course all the cabinets along that side, because they're really useful and awesome and already, you know, form fitted to the van. So this top cabinet up here, we keep all of our snacks and goodies in. We always have snacks with us because we never know when we're going to end up changing our plans and going somewhere else. So we always keep at least some snacks with us. And this box here it was actually bought for Pumpkin so that she could have a potty box when we're on the road, but she's never actually used it. So instead, when we go on overnights, we use this to put all of our clothes and toiletries and all that kind of stuff in. And it doubles as a table space for the kids. So when they're sitting here, they can put their tablets and their workbooks and whatever they want on this, and it works out really well. So then in this cabinet...
I've got a complete oxyacetylene welding kit. I've got all of my air tools in there, some welding helmets, there's even some jack stands and all sorts of other garage style items.
Down in the bottom, we keep a tent with us just in case. You never want to be without shelter. And also our first aid kit. We always keep a case of water handy and close. I put in a couple of different hooks because, you know, you can't have enough hooks. I mean, they're always handy for everything we need. And we also installed a TV for the kids and a DVD player. That keeps them busy most of the time. All the controls back here, and Jackson's actually pretty good at controlling them. He knows what most of them do when they need to be used. By the way, I can stand up in here. It's pretty nice. Jonathan cannot.
Nope. Okay, so this cool seat, I actually got it for free off Craigslist. And it's an electric seat, and it folds down into a bed. And it's actually a pretty comfy seat and a fairly comfy bed when you do it right. Under here we've got some more storage.
We've also got that's our tiny little prepper stash. It's really not much, but hey, it's something. So we have some canned goods just in case, you know, if we ended up stranded in the van somewhere, then we can still eat. Down below we have some extra blankets and snowsuits for the kids, just extra storage.
Up top there's more prepper supplies, emergency stuff, anything we might need.
Originally we planned on building some sort of shelving back here, but honestly I think it might be a good thing that we didn't, because we have a lot more flexibility now. Yes, we have to stack things and make a mess, but we're not, you know, stuck to one layout and having to put things in one place, because since we stay overnight in it, sometimes it has to be a completely different layout than when, you know, we're moving and pulling the trailer. That is our beast and our lifeline, basically. See you guys later. Bye.